What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and for today I wanted to share my thoughts with you guys on Killmonger, the latest in what seems like it's going to be a never-ending cycle of premium characters. It's going to be interesting to see what happens for update 3.9 and update 4.0, because if some things don't change, I can guarantee you after update 4.0 there will be a massive drop in the player base, because for the past few months it's just been money, premium, and we're not seeing any return in terms of content, and that's what we've been begging for months. And once again, we're looking at another premium character in Killmonger. To be honest with you guys, when I initially took a look at his build, I was not expecting too much out of it. I was just expecting to get him, then put him in this uniform and never played him without it. Why? Because of the fact that whenever we get characters that get released with their uniform, they generally come to this game and they're not very good, and Netmarble is just trying to force your hand to get the uniform. In his case, it is also true. However, I found uses for him without the uniform, so I wanted to share that with you guys. He's not going to be a top tier character. He's not going to be on the level of someone like Carnage in my eyes, but I think he's a solid character. He's very smooth to play. He has solid DPS and he's pretty tanky. Kind of feels like you're playing with a Captain America with more DPS, and that's what I wanted to share with you guys today. So when it comes to his entire kit, one thing I gotta say here is, besides the 4 skill, which is an almost full iframe, every other skill can and will be guard broken. It's a design flaw that was put there on purpose in order to get you to tier 2 the character, because as you can see, he gets super armor to correct that. Also, you will see from his tier 2 passive, he's designed to do very well against superheroes, making him natively a PvP type character. However, the PvP characters in this game are far more powerful than him, so he's definitely not going to shine there. But if you guys want to see how he performs there, if and when I do end up getting him to tier 2, I will most definitely be happy to show you guys that. His leadership, in my opinion, is garbage. However, he has a decent tier 2 passive and he has a decent 4-star passive to make up for that. This right here, it gives him physical damage reduction, but once you get him to tier 2, this actually becomes all damage, which is great because his energy defense is pitiful. One highlight of the character that I really want to touch on that is not displayed in his kit right here is the fact that whenever you use the 2 skill, he gets 7 seconds of physical immunity. This is great because he's a combat type, and 99% of the speed types that you're going to put him up against natively are physical attacking characters. So whenever you use this skill, you're going to get yourself 7 seconds of immunity, which on a 9-second cooldown, if you cut that cooldown in half with max skill cooldown, you can keep this skill up indefinitely. So I'm not too sure why Netmarble decided to leave this off of his details, because this is actually a pretty important thing to note for the character. He also comes with a couple iframes, one on the 2, one on the 5, and another on the 4. The 4 is almost a full iframe. I say almost because there's a small gap in there that you could potentially take damage, but because of how short it is, most enemies are not quick enough to capitalize on that. When it comes to a skill rotation for him, you want to prioritize the 2 when you're up against physical damaging characters. And to be honest, I would not put him up against energy attacking characters because I find that he melts based on my testing, okay? If you put him up against physical attacking characters, he will do very well, and I will showcase that to you guys in this video. When it comes to our rotation, you want to use something like 2, 3, 5, 4, then right back into 2. You can sprinkle in the 1, but the 1 leaves him open, so make sure that when you use the 1, you're using the 2 to get that immunity, okay? Because of the fact that he gives himself a 35% all speed buff right here, the only ISO set that you could potentially give this guy is Overdrive. Good luck rolling that. It cost me 10 million gold, and I considered myself very lucky. I still don't understand why they keep giving characters a 35% all speed buff when the cap is 130 and every character starts off natively at 100. Where they expect that extra 5% to go is beyond me, okay? Don't understand what they're doing there. However, I do like the fact that he decreases the enemy's defenses by 1500 points, and this lasts for 10 seconds. This is similar to what Valkyrie has. However, Valkyrie only decreases it by 1000 and it only lasts for 5 seconds, so this is definitely better than hers. As you can see, I do have overdrive. It's a pretty good set. I also decided to give him a critical damage, critical rate, and a 140 proc. You could give him invincibility if you want to, but to be honest, I don't plan to use him too much outside of the PvE aspects of the game, which to be honest, he's not a PvE character. Based on this design and the tier 2 passive, natively you're supposed to put him in PvP, but the PvP characters are just way more stronger than this guy. As you can see right here, this is what the gears currently look like. He has some pretty decent gears. As you can see, physical attack, attack speed. This one right here, all defense and movement speed. Movement speed is kind of like whatever, especially when you're getting 35%. I don't understand why he needs attack speed here and movement speed here when he's getting a massive 35% buff. You're just wasting that, okay? Doesn't make sense. But he does get skill cooldown natively, which is great. He also gets critical damage, and right here he gets ignore defense and critical rate. So overall, he has some pretty solid gears, making him very easy to build. As you can see right here, this is what the details currently look like for him. 110 for attack speed, 72% for critical rate, 188 for critical damage, 44% for ignore defense, and 49% for reduced cooldown duration. For today, I wanted to show you guys a Shadowlands solo with him, and I also wanted to show you guys how he performs in a world boss encounter when he doesn't have full immunity. I wanted to show you guys a solo where he has full immunity and show you how dominant he is up against some speed characters, and then I'm going to show you guys how he performs when he doesn't have that full immunity. So check this out and let me know what you guys think. All right, let's take this guy for a ride and show you guys how he does. So we're gonna obviously have to lock down Gamora here because the bleed is pretty damn nasty. As you can see, his DPS is definitely no joke. Too easy. Yeah, nice try, Widow. Get out of that iframe. Boom, this guy just smashed that. They couldn't even touch him, guys. 42 seconds. Let's go out here and actually jump into world boss mode real quick, and then we'll show you guys how he performs against. Okay, my featured boss today is Thanos. Thanos has a really high physical defense, so I'll show you guys how he does here as well. We'll pair him together with these guys. Let's do it. Alright guys, so we're going to face tank as much as possible here to give you guys a good idea of how fast he can clear this. But keep in mind, since I don't have the tier 2 passive, I'm going to get guard broken quite a bit. And this should also give you guys a good idea of how he performs when he doesn't have complete immunity, because of the fact that Thanos has some nice energy attacks that he will try to sprinkle in here to make my life a living hell. And there you have it, guys. It wasn't the fastest clear time in the world, and that's due to the fact that Thanos has pretty high physical defense, and I kept getting guard broken because I kept rushing him and I wanted to be as aggressive as possible. But yeah, that's it for this one, man. Like always, thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know some of the things you've been able to do with Killmonger. Till next time, boys. Peace out.